Narcissism is not a genetical problem. It's
What sort of things can these individuals do in order to, manipulate?
the way you sit, the way you eat, the way you walk, whom you will talk, the kind of wallpaper you have on your mobile phone, or even the ringtone.
And how does one identify?
They are like, you are the problem, you have to say sorry, you have to adjust, and I will manipulate. Many patients of mine who came just with this particular request that don't make us leave my apartment. I know he is a piece of garbage, but whatever kind of garbage he is, he's my garbage. So I love that guy.
Can they go to the extent that they can harm you physically?
Yes, they can. They will. Some ugly situations, it can turn into a sexual exploitation as well.
How does one get out of a relationship?
When things will go extremely bad, they will be all too generous, they will be all too loving, they will be all too lovey-lovey, and we would be like, oh.
How do you piss one off then?
See, there are two words.
Dr. Tarun is an experienced psychologist in India. I contacted him because I first heard of this term narcissistic personality disorder through a friend. At that time, I was well unaware of what this term truly meant. It's only through my personal experiences of having experienced what a narcissistic personality disorder individual actually behaves like or does is what has led me to investigate NPD. Very few people understand the true meaning of an NPD, but NPDs will do anything to look good, to look valid, and to make you feel that you're the smaller person. So let's talk to Dr. Tarun, who gives us so much detail on narcissistic personality disorders.
Hello, Dr. Tarun. Thank you for joining me on Inner Habit. I appreciate your time. I know you've got a busy day ahead, so thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Look, today I've called you all the way on my podcast from India, I believe, to discuss narcissistic personality disorder. But before I do that, tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Tarun Malik and I am from New Delhi in India. Basically, I am a clinical psychologist, a clinical hypnotherapist, past life regression therapist, clinical psychic therapist, and I do a couple of things more as well. So I teach these things also, and I provide therapy based on these particular modalities as well.
Wow. So if anybody needs to come and see you for any of these, then they can come and see you for any of these.
Definitely,
It's quite a long list. Excellent. Look, let's talk about narcissistic personality disorder.
Okay.
Our audience would like to know, what is narcissistic personality disorder?
All right. Narcissist, if we are talking about narcissist, who is a narcissist? Like if you're going from the psychological definition, somebody who will not give any kind of regard to anybody else. They feel and they believe this, I own everything. So if there is any distribution of any kind of free good, let's say somebody is distributing an iPhone, so they will assume this, the person who is distributing that free iPhone, they should first approach them, give them the free iPhone, and then continue to give others the free iPhones randomly, but they should first approach them. So they believe they are entitled for everything. Why do we have this belief? Because of, it is very clear, childhood trauma. Well, they have childhood traumas. All of them have childhood traumas. There's a different kind of childhood traumas, but although there's one common trauma which is found in all of them, we will talk about it afterwards as well. So that is the one which will help us to understand that yes, that person is a narcissist who will not give any second chance or any even first chance to anybody else. You have to agree with them on their own terms. You have to say yes to them. If you will not say yes to them, you are the bad person in this relationship, in that particular process. I am the right guy, you are the bad guy. So they are those individuals. So if they continue to live with this ideology, it becomes a disorder. So they were just a narcissist before, but with passage of time, they will adapt this label of narcissist personality disorder, NPD.
Okay. And how does, and I know there's many, there's covert narcissists, there's plenty terms that are discussed
Yes.
in the world of psychology. How many types of narcissists then are there? So one is covert, obviously.
If we are going to define like how many types of narcissists are there, we will find almost like, if I'd like simply say in this particular layman language, let me say in the layman language so that everybody can understand this. Even you and I are narcissists in somebody's story, right? So nobody is excluded from this particular label. I might be narcissist in the stories of many individuals. You might be as well. Those who are like listening this, those who are watching this, they might be in somebody else's story as well. Nobody is spared from this particular label. We all are narcissists. Now, when we are talking about covert narcissist, this is one label in which people can't identify who is a narcissist. But the other kind would be who is very much open to be like acknowledging this, that yes, I am a narcissist and I'm proud of it. Although I know I am a narcissist, I will not agree to you. I will not agree with any terms which you have mentioned. I know I am narcissist, but still I'm not going to agree with you. Well, there are different kinds of narcissists. Like there are people who are narcissist in relationship. There are some people who are narcissist only when money is involved. There are many who are narcissist when we are talking about, let's say, neighborhood. So we have different kinds of narcissists now who are okay to express their narcissism, but like limiting it to one particular section only. So not just showing their narcissist personality in every section of the life. They are only showing it in that particular requirement in which they feel they are entitled. It may be money,
Okay.
it may be fame, it may be anything.
Okay. And how does one identify a narcissist? So people do get caught up in this, and some of them don't even know these type of people exist.
Yes, yeah, that is very true. I'm going to give a very small example for this. One of the patient of mine, she came to me and she alone came for the relationship counseling. But she came alone. We can't do relationship counseling on a single person. Relation is between two individuals. So we need two people for this, at least. So I asked her, will your partner not be coming for the sessions? And she said that he doesn't feel that he has any kind of issue. So see, this is the first indication. I'm not saying that this is false. I'm not saying that. But at least if your partner is going to seek a therapist, you can at least accompany them, or you can at least convince them not to go and see a therapist. Let us talk about the issues which we are facing and sort out the problems by our own. But in this particular situation, this is the most common indication through which we can identify a narcissist. When they are allowing you to do whatever you want to do, especially for the therapeutical point of view, but they will not acknowledge this, that they have some flaw, they have some wrong in them. No, they are absolutely perfect. They are that, the perfect man or the perfect woman, the definition of that perfect human being. So they are that. Their face should be pasted in the dictionary when the perfect word is being written. They feel this, but they will not say no to you, that okay, you don't go, you can go to the therapist. I will not say no. They will never say no to you. So this is the most common identifying factor which I have found personally in my profession, and which anybody, let it be a man or a woman, if their partner is a narcissist, they will not even stop their partner to see a therapist, but they will say firmly, I have no issues in me, I am all well. You are the one who has problems, so go and seek a therapist, get sorted, settle down your brain, and once you are done, then come back to me.
Understood. So the blame actually shifts from them to their partner or to their friends or to their relationships rather than them being a problem.
They will never accept any kind of blame. Blame is not there in this. They're like self-blame kind of word. I am wrong. That kind of word. I am sorry. These idioms, like these phrases, they do not exist in their dictionaries. So they are like, you are the problem. You have to say sorry. You have to adjust, and I will manipulate. So they will live like this.
So give me an example. You mentioned manipulation. What sort
Mhm.
of things can these individuals do in order to,
Uh-huh.
manipulate?
All right. Let me give another small example. Suppose I am in relation with the narcissist, right? So initially, if they have to manipulate me, how will they manipulate? So in order to manipulate me, they will make sure I am following the choices laid out by them only. But they don't want to express that side of their personality too quickly in the initial phase of the relationship. So how will they manipulate me? So slowly, suppose I want to wear this brown t-shirt. So they will say, why don't you try this red one today? It will look good on you. Alright, so I will try the red one today. After a few days, if again I'm wearing the same brown one, because I like the brown one, right? They hate the brown one. It's not like who likes the brown one, they hate the brown color. So if the next time when I'm wearing it, I told you, right? Why don't you wear the right one now? It will look good on you. Trust me, right? I love you. I'm your partner. Trust me. It will look good on you. I will wear again the red shirt. After a few days, if by some mistake I am again trying to wear the brown shirt, they will then get angry. How many times do I have to tell you not to wear this brown shirt? So see how they molded me into not saying no. Like I can't say no to them now. How sweetly and how smartly they manipulated me into adapting to a particular choice of lifestyle, which was their choice, not mine. So this is a very easy example to understand how they manipulate us, and this is a very just one fragment of life, which is clothes. Apart from this, the way you sit, the way you eat, the way you walk, whom you will talk, the kind of wallpaper you have on your mobile phone, or even the ringtone. So they will manage and dictate each and everything about your life.
Wow. So they want absolute control of you, essentially.
They want absolute control, and yet they want you to understand how many sacrifices they are making to keep this relationship alive. So if they will come down in the evening, suppose you are married to a narcissist, let's say for an example, just right, you are married to a narcissist, and he or she, whoever the partner may be, they come to the by the end of the day they are coming back home. You might have had a very rough day, right? You might be working, you might be at home, whatever the reality may be. But you also had a bad day. You want to share that bad day, right? You don't want to keep that negativity inside you. You want to share it out.
Yeah.
So
That's
once
right.
your partner comes back home and you're trying to share this so-called frustration which is troubling you, they will take it as a nag, and they will say, I have not even removed my clothes properly. I have not even changed into the night dress. But immediately you are pouring all the negativity upon me without even asking how my day went. Is this the reason why I am going out every day and working for you and me? Like I'm keeping everything in this house affordable by working my ass off so that I just come back home by the end of the day and you nag me? I can't live like this. Right? And you would be like, what the hell happened? I just wanted to share something. Why am I crying? What did I do wrong? Why am I feeling so suffocated? Am I that kind of a bad person? I am really that bad? I am such an evil person who is not even caring and considerable about the partner, who can't even ask how the day of my partner went. I can't even do that. I am that kind of a person. They will make you think like that about yourself. So this is manipulation only.
Yeah, on the highest accord, to be honest. Tell me about trauma. You mentioned that most narcissists, or a lot of them, go through childhood trauma to actually get to the stage that they get to. What sort of trauma would they go through that would actually impact them to behave in such ways?
Okay. As per the many researches which have been conducted on NPT problems, the one similar childhood trauma which many of them were able to identify was injustice trauma. So in this injustice trauma, when they were small, suppose they wanted to buy a particular toy, and their family or their parents, they refused to buy that boy that particular toy. So that boy will now think, okay, so I am not given this toy, I am entitled to get this toy, I am their child, they should give this toy to me. So this is a big level of injustice done on me. This make sure the boy will make sure when they will grow up, they will pass on this injustice to others, and this injustice to others is a kind of justice to them. But these thoughts are not thought on conscious basis, they are thought on subconscious basis. Nobody sits down and think and like create situations like this in their head. No, slowly they mold into it. And it's not like just one time their parents refused and they will become a narcissist. No, never. Narcissism is not a genetical problem, it's a parental problem. Like, let me be very upfront with this. Whatever kind of problem I have, whatever kind of positive traits I have, my parents are responsible for that. Even for the narcissist people, their parents are responsible for all the good and all the bad done to them. I'm not saying when they're adult, they should still continue to blame the parent. That is going to be very idiotic. But what I'm trying to say is this: now I'm an adult. If I have some flaws in me, I can work on them. I have that knowledge. I have that particular support. I have that particular facility. Right? I have that awareness as well. I can improve myself. I have this education now which can help me to improve myself. So I know I have flaws. Those flaws might be due to my childhood traumas as well. Might be. Because rarely, Dr. Shruti, will find anybody who has no kind of childhood trauma. Right? Rarely you will find anybody. And trauma is a very big word. It's not like injustice, not that kind of a trauma. But yeah, small or big, irrespective of the nature of the trauma, we all suffer some sort of childhood trauma. Even they suffer from the same. But they suffer on repeated basis. And they observe their parents, and their parents also behave in a very narcissist manner. A child will mirror their parents or their guardian, whoever he lives with or whoever she lives with. They will mirror them. And once they see, okay, they behave like this, and this is normal. And since injustice was done to me, I have already an existing childhood trauma. But now when I'm observing you, when I'm witnessing the way you behave with others, and especially with your own selves, this is the correct way of living the life. Many of the times you will find their parents behaving the same manner also.
Right. So what children tend to do is pick up on the behaviors and patterns of their parents, even though their parents may not be narcissists, and then pick up those behaviors and accumulate those behaviors for it to then become a larger problem.
Yes, and chances are very slim that their parents were not a narcissist. Either one of them was definitely a narcissist. Or suppose, let's say not the parents, but the elder siblings might be a narcissist. Somebody is bound to be a narcissist. Like, let's say about nepotism, right? If we talk about this particular word, nepotism, especially in India, when we're talking about movies, so the son of an actor or the daughter of an actor, he or she is going into movies. What's wrong in this? Well, why are they getting this opportunity? Well, they have seen this only since they were small. So they know this only, right? When we are talking, I'm not saying everybody does the same thing, but it's very common, I will say. In a family who have many doctors, many medical doctors, there's a big possibility, right? Statistical point of view, there's a big possibility some of the offsprings might choose to become a medical doctor. If they are from the acting point of view, they might end up into the acting or in the production line or somewhere related to the actors, I will say, that particular business. So if this is applicable in that particular regard, the same is applicable in the psychological department as well. So if I'm witnessing my parents behaving in a very narcissist manner, I don't know that is narcissism. For me, that is natural way of life. But in social rule, that is not an actual way of life.
So then, narcissists tend to sound very selfish then, because everything has to be centered around themselves. Would you agree with that?
Yes, they are. They are way too selfish.
Right. And how do you sort of tackle the behavior of a narcissist? So assume you've ended up with a narcissist, or you've come across a narcissist in any capacity. It's not necessarily that it's a relationship alone. It can be friends, it can be bosses, it can be any way, right?
Yes.
So then how do you tackle them?
All right. See, when we are talking about any psychological problem, minor or major, so there are certain steps, right? The first step would always be acceptance. If I am an addict of alcohol, I am an alcoholic who drinks alcohol on regular basis. I don't consider myself as an alcoholic, or I don't consider this as an addiction. Suppose. So till the point I don't accept this is my addiction, I will not go seek therapy, right? Rehab facilities to get over my addiction, because till this point I have no acceptance. Similarly, any narcissist, if they don't accept this, that they have done some wrong to their parents or their family or their partner, no change can come to them as well. That is why you will see, like, there is no definite treatment for NPD. Till today, there is no definite treatment of NPD. Like, nobody can say, yes, you can use hypnotherapy, you can use NLP, you can use counseling, you can use behavioral therapy, you can do this, you can do that, treat narcissism. No, there is none. There is none. But there is one. The one is acceptance. If I accept that yes, I have done some wrong, acceptance is the key. If I am able to accept it, I am changed now. Acceptance has changed me. Once I was a narcissist, there was no acceptance in me. Like how we have seen in so many movies, a bad guy becoming a good guy. Why? Because the truth opened their eyes. Somehow the truth helps them to see beyond their own vision. So they feel themselves to have a very great foresightedness, but actually they have a very narrow sight, due to which they are not able to see the whole truth, and they only see the truth which they believe to be the truth.
So then, if they're not going to accept it, which is 99% of the time, they're never going to seek therapy.
Yes.
Which means they're always going to have that problem. So how does somebody like me who comes across a narcissist, how do they tackle that behavior? Because 99% of the time there's that addiction to a narcissist, because you feel you are incompetent.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. If I suppose I am a narcissist magnet, suppose.
Yep.
What kind of characteristics do I possess as an individual which always attract a narcissist towards me? Right? I am never attracted, or I don't attract any kind of normal person ever. I always attract a narcissist. And then I wonder why my life is filled with so much sufferings. It means I'm not talking about the narcissist now, right? They are the option B, or the next step. The first step would be, what are the qualities in me? We never introspect that. We have to do that kind of introspection. What kind of quality do I possess? They know. Like, they know how to identify the next victim. Yes, you are a victim in their sense, because they want to live a life filled with love, but the love which they feel is love, not the love which you feel is love or the society feels is love. The love which they feel is love, right? The way they want to dictate you, the way they want to play you as a puppet, the way they want you to just submit yourself to their will and command. So that is the love according to their senses. Now, how will they know you are the perfect suitable candidate for that particular adventure? So they know you are oversensitive, right? They know you are oversensitive. They know you like fairy tale stories, right? And it's not limited to only females. I'm talking about men as well. They give us that reality initially only, that I am the perfect man, I am the perfect woman for you. And it's not like, see, there's a difference between reality good and a filmy good. Yes, you can be real good, but if you are seeing such qualities which you have only observed in movies, it means something is fishy. No real person behaves like that. They will do love bombing a lot. They will guilt trip you into doing certain things which you don't want to do in the first place, but they did a lot of love bombing. They will give lots of gifts. They will always show up. You might text them at 2 a.m. and you will say that I'm not able to sleep. I don't know why I feel so hungry. That. Within 15 minutes, they will call you. Look down the window. Just like a movie scene, they are standing down and you are like, oh my God, he is the one. He is the one. Because efforts speak, yet actions speak louder than words. The thing is, we are too eager to make this thing happen. I am too eager for this relation to become a concrete relationship. Give it some time. Give it some time. The time is the biggest weapon, the time is the biggest healer, and especially when we're talking about the relationship point of view, if we feel, let first of all, we won't feel at all if that person is narcissist, because they are master in hiding their true self. Now, if they are always saying yes to us, that is the first indicator. Nobody can say yes to everything. But we are, lost in infatuation, which we mistake it for love, and then we end up losing everything, our self-respect, our dignity, and then we wonder, what wrong have I done? Well, we became blind initially. Love makes us blind, right? So we became blind. So we never realized the flaws in us. It's easy to blame a narcissist. As I said, right? We all are narcissists in somebody's story. It is easy to blame them. But we also are not less in this situation. We also have to work on ourselves. Any disease will only catch you if you are weak. If you are strong, if your immunity is strong, no disease will even dare to enter your body. You will not get cold, you will not get sick, you will not get any kind of diseases, because you are taking care of yourself. So if we are taking care of our physical health, why should we ignore the mental health?
So they will go to any extent to impact your mental health and to keep you under their control. Essentially, that's what it means.
Yes.
Okay, so you are, okay, hypothetically, you're stuck in a relationship. So you're stuck in this relationship with a narcissist. You identify that there is something wrong here, and the major reason you identify this is because you're always kept under their foot, essentially, so they can control you in every aspect. Now, they don't want to seek therapy. They don't want any help.
Okay.
How does one then come out of a relationship like that? Because no matter how much you try, there's obviously going to be that control factor and love bombing and so on. How does one get out of a relationship?
Yes. Like, the first thing is, first of all, we need to make a firm choice now that I want to end this relationship. Suppose I have made this firm and bold choice that no matter what happens now, I no longer want to associate with that individual, because now I know that person is a narcissist, and now I know I can't live with that person, right? But still, you have not left the person, you are still with the person, but you decided you're going to leave him or her. Now you decided to leave him, so now you have to make a bold choice that no, I can't live in this relationship right now in this way, and things are not working out. So what they will do, first of all, they will be angry with you, right? Initially, they are going to be hell angry with you. They may abuse you, they may mock you, mock your family, abuse your family, your parents, your ideology, your religion, your culture, everything, whatever they can bring up on the table to embarrass you, right? So they will do all this to embarrass you by abusing you.
This is before you have walked out, right?
Yes, before you have walked out. You have just started this conversation that you want to walk out.
Okay.
You have just started this conversation that I want to walk out. You're still with them, but you have not left them. That maybe today only you are leaving them, you might be packing your stuff, but this will keep on happening while you are packing your stuff. So once they will see that no, you are leaving, like you are actually leaving them, then they will cry. Then they will show, I have done so much for you, this is how you pay me. And they will make up stories, they will make up like certain situations. I am at harm, right? I can't live like this, I'm not able to breathe, I think I'm getting a heart attack, I think I might fall sick, I might do this, I might do that, I'm going to do suicide. You can't do shit, my friend. Forget about suicide, you can't do anything, right? So they will manipulate again, they will try to emotionally manipulate you. They are doing emotional blackmail. They're trying to convince you, fool you by guilt tripping you that you are such a cold hearted person, that you are leaving me when I am not feeling physically sick. So I am giving this curse to you, you're never going to be happy in your life. They will be all filmy in that situation. They are going to release all those sentences, all those phrases which they have heard in movies, especially the Indian movies. So
Yes.
they are going to do all that. And still, once you leave them, suppose, then after leaving them, they will initially, what they will do, they will not have any kind of communication with you. None whatsoever. On the other hand, you are craving for that attention. You are craving for that affection because you became habitual of that abusive cycle as well. It's like a high drug. They first gave you a small dose of love, which is like a drug, and after giving you the drug, they will constantly harass you, abuse you, manipulate you, and defame you, like hamper your dignity in a very negative way. And once they have successfully done all that, and they now can see that you are on the brink of just about to leave them, again a small dose of love. So it's like that kind of addiction for you as well, for us as well, that when we are with any narcissist person, when things will go extremely bad, they will be all too generous, they will be all too loving, they will be all too lovey, and we would be like, oh, you're so sweet, yeah, you were right, I was the one who was not able to understand you. And once we do that, after 3 days, we are again crying and we are thinking, why the hell am I crying right now? 3 days back, this guy was so loving, he was so like being so puffy for me. What has happened? Nothing has happened. He knows you are a fool and he's doing the same thing. What should be done to a fool? That because we are not opening our eyes. So once we have left them, before leaving them, they will do everything. They will try to abuse you. They might do silent treatment as well. They might even not acknowledge this fact of yours that you're leaving this relation. You don't have anything to say in this, that you can leave. You don't have the power to leave me. Only I can leave you. Only I can end this relationship. You are dependent on me, right? I am your sole benefactor in this society. Nobody loves you, nobody cares for you, so you don't have the power. Stop being childish, stop being foolish. Go back to your room, or do whatever you were doing for me. So go back. So they will do this. So it is going to be hard, but we don't have to change. We don't have to change the decision whatsoever, no matter what happens. They may try to pick a knife and I'm going to cut my hand. Let them cut their hand. Let them bloody feel some pain. They should not do it. Like, you should not allow anybody to harm themselves. But it was just a figurative statement.
They will never do it anyways.
But they will never do it. They can't harm themselves. See, this narcissism word came from Narcissus. Narcissus. This is the way they pronounce this name, which was given, like, this was name of a son of a Greek goddess, and he was like always praising himself. He used to always praise himself. So some elder gods of Greek mythology, they gave that boy a curse that you can only love yourself now. You can't love anybody else. So this was actually a curse. So from that word, this word came into existence, narcissism or narcissist, from that word. So they don't know how to love anybody else. Even if you are crying, your dignity is at stake, they won't even look at it.
Okay, so you walk out. What is going to happen from the time you walk out? Obviously, you're burning because you've seen their love, you've seen how amazing this person can be, you've seen the bad side. Then what is going to happen during the time that they walk out?
So suppose you have left.
They walked out.
Yeah, suppose you have left the narcissist today. So from tomorrow onwards, they are not going to contact you, right? And you, on the other hand, you're trying to see their WhatsApp status. You're trying to see their WhatsApp photo and the old photographs you have with them. You're trying to see their stories on Instagram, like what are they up to, the Snapchat, whatever social media platforms we are connected on. And what they will do, they will show a very grand life that they are very happy without you. They are very happy without you. They're going out,
but
partying. They won't be. They are doing this for your attention. And if you are not seeing them, suppose you're not seeing their status, you're not seeing their stories, you're not looking into anything what they're doing with their lives, right? And they're getting this, like we can see who have seen our stories, right? But they are not able to find your name. And now they're wondering, oh my god, Shruti has not seen my story. What should I do? What's the purpose of my existence now once she has not given me attention, because I was doing all this for her attention, not for my own happiness. My happiness is in your hands. We fail to understand this, that we have the higher power when we are dealing with a narcissist. We hold the key of their happiness or their satisfaction. They don't. They have given the command to you indirectly. We feel they have the command, but we always have the command. Don't do what they want you to do. So don't look at their status, don't look at their stories. What they will do, they will approach one of your friend and they will tell them, tell Shruti how happy I am in my life. And make sure that, suppose your friend, let's say her name is Pooja, right? Suppose. So they will contact Pooja and they will tell Pooja, let Pooja tell Shruti, I'm very happy in my life. But please tell Shruti, she should get this message, and tell her that I upload my success on my Instagram stories. You only left them 2-3 days back. Only this much time has passed, but for them this is like an eternity, because you have not given them attention for the last 72 hours, right? So their tank is empty. The narcissist tank is empty. They need the attention which was getting from you. Now it is not getting from you. So that tank is empty. So they are contacting your friend so that they can give him some sort of attention, so that fuel can be the level can rise up a bit. And once Pooja contacts you, if suppose she also gets a headache from that guy and she oh my god, Shruti, yaar, come on, do something about that guy. And that guy is giving me a headache. At least watch his stories, right? That guy is constantly poking me. Please tell her watch my stories. Please tell her watch my stories. Now suppose you by mistake or because you are missing the guy, it's normal, right? We have only left them. I know they were evil incarnate, but still, what we had for them was pure, right? What we had for them was authentic. So we can't be dishonest with our own selves. We are missing them and we will miss them. We may miss them for a very long time, and that is natural to miss them. So you're looking at the status, alright, let me see what that guy is up to. You're looking at the stories. Now they got to see, okay, Shruti saw my story, and the next story onwards, oh my god, I am the Conor McGregor of this life. So they are going to show that phase of their life, that I am at the top of the world, as long as you are watching my stories. So suppose you're not watching their stories, so after some time they will again try to contact you. I am missing you, Shruti, please come back. And Shruti doesn't give a single damn about them now. She's not even opening the messages. So you know it's them. You're not even reading the message. You're just deleting it without even opening the text. You're deleting it, right? And again, you are.
Is there a chance that when you are getting contacted by this individual, that they also pretend like nothing has happened? Because I have heard that there are chances that they'll act as if nothing has happened.
Yes. And once you will call them, how are you? I'm fine. Why? What's wrong? Arey, what's wrong? What's wrong? I left you. You did? I thought you went to see your mom. You left me. I thought you were joking. Seriously. Again, trying to guilt trip you. And you would be like, did I actually break up with him? Or did I actually say this, that I'm going to see my mom? See, again, they're trying to do the same manipulative tactic, right? By brain fogging you. So you are not able to have that clarity in your mind, right? By their act of pretending that nothing has happened. There is tornado in their heart.
Yeah, there is a tornado in their heart. So when they actually come back, or when they actually apologize or whatever, they come back, that is a way to hoover somebody, isn't it? That's called hoovering, right?
Yes. They are doing this because they know you will say yes. And this will give them another few months to again blackmail you or manipulate you, harass you, abuse you, do all the crazy things to just break you from inside, so that you can just remain a living puppet who do whatever they want you to do.
How do you piss one off then? If this is the way they're behaving and they will get pissed off,
yes,
the best thing is to walk out and never stay in touch with them then, is to cut complete contact with a narcissist, because that will really annoy the crap out of them, really, essentially, right?
Exactly. See, there are two words, avoid and ignorance. Ignore, right? So usually what we are being told, that avoid this confrontation, avoid this ugly breakup. You just simply say that on a text, on a call, don't do this, don't do that. Avoid that hurdle. They love this when you avoid that confrontation, because it shows that yes, I am being scared of that. But the second word, ignorance. Now in this, we are ignoring their tactic. So they would be like, Oh my god, what a tiring day it was. You're not asking how the day was. Suppose you're not asking them.
Mm.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. Again, you're not asking. They will look at you. Strange, she's not asking still. I gave her 2 signals to ask me. I want her to ask me how my day went, and I'm giving you signals, right? So the third time, what they will do, they may come in front of you. Oh my god, my back hurts from so much work I have done today. Still, you are too busy in reading the book or doing whatever you're doing previously. They would be like, what the hell? Now you are hurting my very weak ego, which is big but very weak ego. You're hurting that. I can't tolerate that. I'm going to show some tantrums now. I'm going to break stuff. I'm going to scream. I'm going to shout. And I'm going to do something in which I will make sure you are the culprit. They will wait for it. And the sooner they are able to do it, the better the satisfaction they will get. But they will only get the satisfaction if you react. If you react.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose they shout, Shruti, why the water is cold? You were like, I don't know. As simple as that. You're not giving any justification for this. You're not giving any explanation for this. It is not your job to see whether the water is cold or hot. They can check themselves, right? But they will make sure. See, these are few small things through which they dictate your life. They try to harass you. This is harassment only. But you are ignoring them. You are ignoring their existence. Once we develop this power of ignoring them, suppose, see, there are many people who can't leave a narcissist now. They are in that phase of their life living with a narcissist, they can't leave. That can be because of financial reasons, they can be because of social reasons, they can be because of family pressure or their own self-obligation, right? Because they love that person a lot, so they can't leave them. I know many individuals, many patients of mine who came just with this particular request that don't make us leave my partner. I know he is a piece of garbage, but whatever kind of garbage he is, he's my garbage, so I love that guy. I can't leave that guy. But kindly make me strong enough to tackle his shitty behavior. So, the one weapon which we can always use, ignore them. Ignorance is the biggest weapon in this world, even bigger than nuclear weapon. Somebody is like trying to tell you, I'm this, I'm that, you are just ignoring, you're not even attending that rally. They might be organizing a rally on roads, we are this, we are that, you're not even going to that street. Let it be. I have to do my work, I have to make a podcast, I'm busy. So I don't have time for that. So that is ignorance. So if you ignore a narcissist, you are pissing them off. And you are their biggest enemy now. They can't see anybody ignore them or ignore their existence, especially the loved ones.
So that is one way to piss them off and essentially make them realize that they're no longer special. What other things can an individual apply to their life to ensure that they sort of detach from a narcissist?
Second thing would be we have to stop showing our expressions on face. Like we have to develop a poker face in front of them. This gives away what we are feeling inside. If we are able to control this, we are able to control the situation. This is the second point which we can do. No matter how hurtful we are feeling from inside, at least till that time when that person is in front of you, act. So fake it till you make it. At least till that time, keep on faking. Eventually you will get a hang of it. But the moment they go back, you can cry as much as you want to. Now you are feeling hurtful. It's okay to cry, right? Vent all those emotions and frustrations out. But in front of them, especially poker face, they should not know what's inside your head. Third would be we have to control the tongue. So speak or reply to the questions asked. Suppose they want to initiate an argument with you and you know this is how they start an argument. Now you also are habitual of their schedule. You know their tactics now. Everybody who once understand that my partner is a narcissist, they know how their partner will initiate that whole process or whole sequence of narcissist abuse. So they will start with, let's say, argument, a small argument. You know they're about to start an argument. You are not engaging in the argument. You are not. You are communicating with them. You are talking to them, but you are not engaging in the argument. They might be trying, this water is hot. Is it? Take the cold one. Just it. That's it. Nothing else. Oh my god, what happened? I'm so sorry. Oh, this, that. Is it cold? Is it hot? Oh my god. No. No. This face is also giving it away. The tongue is also giving it away. So the ignorance will be accomplished when you talk not less or more. You're talking to the point. And the third would be poker face. No expressions on your face. They will be dead scared to, even think, should I approach them now? I don't know what they think. Like, I can't read their face now. I can't read their body language. This comes the fourth point, your body language. You are doing something. They can see you're holding your fist like this, and they can see you're getting angry. You are just rubbing your teeth like this. You are getting angry. They can see your face is getting red. They can see that. It means you are getting hyped up. Your body is showing it away. I know it is very easy to say, but it's quite difficult to follow.
That's right. And they would use that essentially against you.
Yeah.
Every element they see.
Yes, they see through you. We feel they can't see, but they see through you. That is why we need to develop this as a practice.
Okay, understood. Now tell me about this is quite common, and I hear a lot about it. And they say it's spiritual narcissism. Would you have any sort of knowledge about spiritual narcissism and what it is?
When we are talking about spiritual narcissism, it feels like it has different definitions. The one which I know, I may be wrong, I may be right, I don't know, but the one which I know, it is like when we talk about reincarnations. So a person the soul of a person, the soul is habitual of living a narcissist pattern. So now, whatever kind of birth they will take, as long as they're in the human life form, again, somebody who believes in this process, they might understand this. The whatever kind of life form they will choose, as long as they're in human life form, they will end up following the same lifestyle. Not the exact copy of that, but many of the traits will be visible. So this is one way of identifying a spiritual narcissist. And how to identify this? So when we conduct a past life regression session with them, suppose I'm able to say this because I have dealt with a couple of patients with the similar situation. They were like, I am not able to go along with anybody. I am not able to go along with anybody. I know I have some problems. I know I have some flaws, and I am not able to go along with everybody. But what are those flaws, right? And why am I like this? What wrong have I done? So I want to identify that part. So for that, they will conduct they will take a PLR session. So they will find through the session that in few of their lives, not all interconnected, they might be of different time periods, but they have found a similar pattern that in those lifestyles and those life periods, they had a similar lifestyle of behaving very rudely with others, of behaving in a very narcissist manner. So that is recorded in their soul memory. So once the soul gets a new body, the memory gets activated, and those triggers, they come into open. Like a trigger is what? So they might be narcissist in a relation only, suppose. So once now they're in a relationship now, the soul will get opened up, the memory will get opened up because the trigger is what? A relationship. So they will start behaving in a narcissist manner. So this is what I know. I know there are different definitions of spiritual narcissism, but this is the one definition which I am very familiar with because I have dealt with it professionally. That is the only reason why.
Okay, so tell me, you talk about past life regression.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit what past life regression, what does it mean? Like, do you take people into the past to see what their life was, or what is impacting them today, right?
Yes. I'm giving a very small example again. Suppose I have hydrophobia. I have a severe fear of water, and since the day I was born till today, I have not been to any river, any ocean, any sea, not any pond, any lake. I have not even fell down in a well because we're in India. Not even into a well. I have not been into any swimming pool. I have not even enjoyed any kind of water-based activity. I don't even go to a water theme park. Theme park. So till now, there is no problem with me with water, but still I have this fear of water. I don't know why. I don't have any logical explanation for this. So there is a very big possibility. I'm not saying this is the assured part, but there's a big possibility. In one of my life, in many of my previous lives, I might have suffered some trauma because of water. It might be possible that I might have died because of water in some of my lives. I might have seen somebody else dying in the water. I might have suffered a near death experience because of water. So these are traumatic experiences. So these traumas get recorded in the soul. So, like the good things, the bad things also get recorded in the soul. And thus, when we are taking this life, because another very common example would be fear of lizards. I know that's not that common in Australia, but in India it's quite common. Many people have this fear of lizards, right? Of cockroaches, of rats, like these few animals or insects, we are quite afraid of them. We have this fear of them, and it's quite common. It's not like you will find in one or two individuals. Almost every other person you will find that the common is this fear is commonly found. So we have this approach, not from the science point of view, but in a general senses, that lizards are the ancestors of dinosaurs. They say, right, the lizards are the ancestors of dinosaurs. So we know once in the past dinosaurs used to eat us, and that fear is being carried down in this present life as well. This is a very common example which we usually use to understand and to make anybody understand about the past life. So similarly, the past life regression, we do this first of all to identify the problems which we are facing in this present life. Are they connected in the past, or we just want to experience what my past was?
So you take the individual into their past to see what had happened, and then you identify the source. Is there any therapy or anything that a person can do in order to fix that issue in the current life then?
We have many therapies. Like first, the most common would be, which I usually use, is the clinical hypnotherapy. So in the clinical hypnotherapy also, there are 6 ways through which I can do hypnotherapy upon any person depending upon the problem they are facing in their lives. If somebody who has suffered narcissist abuse and they are away from the relation, they have like quit the relation now, it's over for the last few months or a couple of years, you can say, but still they have not yet developed that kind of confidence, that kind of courage to start a new relation again. So that abuse is still haunting them.
Trauma.
Right?
There's trauma there.
Yes, the trauma is still there. So we can use hypnotherapy to make them come out of that trauma by reprogramming their subconscious mind. So yes, there are certain therapies. NLP is also here. Counseling so is the most common one which we can use. So there are certain therapies which can help us to get out of it.
Right. It's very interesting you mentioned that there's a lot of patterns that come in from the previous life and are brought into this life, particularly narcissism. It can sort of carry along. So it's very interesting that you can go back to see these patterns and actually notice how they're impacting today, so people today.
True.
Okay, so I guess the one last question I have is, can these narcissists actually abuse you, be physically violent against you? Yes, they talk about self-harm, like I'm going to harm myself if you leave. But can they go to the extent that they can harm you physically?
Yes, they can. They will. They will initiate this process by destroying the property of home. Right? They may break some stuff, and once they do not find any kind of revolt from you when they're breaking the stuff, you're not stopping them from breaking the stuff. You are not breaking the stuff on your own as well. So they know they can increase this violence a little, and this violence actually keeps on getting increased if we do not revolt against it. It may start with a small push, and from the small push it can slowly go up to slaps as well, and from the slaps it can go up to proper assault, a physical assault, and sometimes in some ugly situations it can turn into a sexual exploitation as well. So yes, it can turn ugly if not revolted at the right time.
So it's sort of very tricky to leave a relationship like that. You're packing your bag and you want to leave, then there could be chances you could be assaulted.
Yes, like only if he or she was abusive physically in the past, only then. If they were not, the chances are very slim. Even if if suppose you have this fear that they may beat me, they may physically harm me, now it would be right for us to call somebody, few individuals, not just 1, 2, 3 people at least, and in front of them we are leaving the stuff so that they can't react the way they can react. So once you're out of the harm way, then you can get this reassurance that yes, now I'm safe. But if we know that they can be very violent, so I will advise not to do this, especially when you're alone.
So essentially, the idea is, if you are dealing with a narcissist, you try and leave the relationship as soon as you identify certain patterns. Stay away, try and basically come out of the harm that they've already caused, whether it's seeking help, counseling, heal yourself essentially, and move forward in a positive way. And try and keep that distance, maintain the distance from the narcissist as best as you can.
Yes, once we know that yes, that person is not good for us, we are stupid if you're living with them. See, people may take it as an offense, but that is the truth. We need to stand up for ourselves. Nobody else will. Nobody else is going to stand up for us. We need to stand for our own selves.
Right. Last question. A lot of this happens. Do you feel a lot of this happens in the Indian community at all? In India, do you think it's a common pattern? Because of power play. I'm talking about power play where a lot of women respect their husbands, but they, in a narcissistic way. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens.
Yes, actually, in India, I will find it's 50-50. Like the kind of men I have found to be narcissist is equivalent to the women I have found to be narcissist. Especially in the married ones. I'm not talking about the before marriage guys. I'm talking about the ones who are coming to me after the marriage for the marital counseling. So I have found women to be equally contributing in this particular segment with men, standing shoulder to shoulder with them, because culture plays a role in this. Many women are too afraid to move out of this relation because first and the most common reason in India is a financial dependency. They are financially dependent on their husbands, so this is the primary reason for which they can't leave them. Second is children. Due to children they can't leave them, and the third would be societal pressure. So they feel at this age with children or with the label of divorce, who is going to marry me, who is going to date me. So because of all that fear, people may try to take advantage of me. So because of that fear, they continue to live with the sufferings. And when we're talking about the men, so if the wife is a narcissist, I'm not sure about the Western countries though, but in India, the men, they feel very hesitant to oppose their wives because they feel they might be labeled as a sexist. They have this fear, they might be labeled as a sexist. They have this fear that if they will do this, people might label him as a wife beater. It's not like he has beaten his wife, but he is afraid the society will treat him that way. He's afraid that if he says no to the wife may call the police. And the legal system in India, like, it's quite ironic in India, I will say, that if a husband is beating the wife, it is a criminal offense. But if a wife beats a husband, it is not a criminal offense. So yeah, that is quite strange.
I find this interesting because there's been so many false cases that have been put against men by women because they can use that my husband has assaulted me and
Yes.
put them in, or my husband is harassing me for dowry, yet
True.
the poor guy may not be doing anything.
It happens a lot.
It does. And I've seen so much of it in the news. It's very interesting. Look, doctor, thank you so much for attending today. I truly appreciate it. You have you've given me 1 hour to actually have a conversation about this. I know you've got some sessions with your private patients. So thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me as well. It was a lovely having a conversation with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.